the 125 class here in Tampa provided some of the most exciting race action we've seen all year. Going into the main event, Denny Stevenson, number 360 from Omaha, Nebraska, a Kawasaki rider, was in third place in the Eastern Regional 125cc standings. In second place from Canyon Country, California, was number 762, Mike Kidrowski, a member of Team Honda. And on top of the series standings, number 45, Damon Bradshaw from Charlotte, North Carolina. Bradshaw, riding a Yamaha, has won 3 125cc Supercross events this year. Here in Tampa, he was the heavy favorite to take number 4. When the gate dropped for the start, though, neither Stevenson, Kidrowski, or Bradshaw were at the head of the pack. All 3 of them were mired down in the middle of the field, victims of poor starts. With the riders on all sides of them, they were forced to wait for the crowd to thin out before they could make a move. Meanwhile, up front and not waiting for anyone was Ty Davis aboard the yellow Suzuki, with Mike Jones on the white Yamaha right behind. 1 year ago, Jones from Export, Pennsylvania finished second in the Eastern Regional Supercross standings. He had hoped to win the title this year, but instead has experienced physical and mechanical problems, neither of which are apparent today. There's pre-race favorite on the white Yamaha, Damon Bradshaw, number 45. He's working his way toward the front, but has a long way to go. Speaking of the front, Ty Davis has found a short way to go and blew by Mike Jones to take over the number 1 spot. Jones, however, was not about to give up. Riding his best race of the year, Jones, on one of the roughest parts of the track, repassed Davis and for the second time went into the lead. Meanwhile, behind the leader, Damon Bradshaw was steadily closing the gap. The Yamaha rider had passed over half the field and was in third place. There's Bradshaw, number 45, right behind Ty Davis. And just like that, Bradshaw took over second. The 16-year-old rider came from a long way back to claim the number 2 position. But for Bradshaw and the crowd, number 2 was not good enough. In the blue jersey and pants, Bradshaw drew alongside of Mike Jones, the race leader. The 2 of them battled side by side through the whoops and corners. Then Bradshaw made a crucial error. He was quickly up, but was out of position to resume racing, and his bike had stalled. It appeared his charge to the pack was for naught. Let's see that crash again. Bradshaw has a tight inside line while Jones goes high. From that low position, Bradshaw cannot generate enough power to clear that second jump. Fortunately, the 16-year-old rider was not injured. Next, it was Mike Kidrowski's turn to challenge for the lead. Like Bradshaw, Kidrowski on the red Honda had suffered a poor start and had to work his way through the pack. However, unlike Bradshaw, when Kidrowski caught Jones, he didn't crash. Kidrowski made the pass and headed for the win. Here's the pass again. Watch the Team Honda rider go from the outside of Jones to the inside. From that point, it was a matter of hanging on and applying the right amount of throttle. Now the final lap, and Jones has company again. Damon Bradshaw, after that crash, found another shot of adrenaline, and for the second time was banging on the rear wheel of Jones. Watch the pass. The teenage terror from Charlotte, North Carolina, jumped over Jones and into second. The win went to Mike Kidrowski, his first of the Supercross season.
Well, however, the way that young man rides, it won't be his last. Finishing in a number 2 position was Damon Bradshaw, followed by Mike Jones, Ty Davis, and rounding out the top 5, Denny Stevenson. Let's go to Ralph Shaheen, who was with Mike Kidrowski.
Another great 125 battle here in Tampa. Mike Kidrowski, you come up with a big victory and a tough one at that.
Yeah, it was kind of tough. I got off to a bad start, and I ran into some traffic. A lot of riders fell, and I just paced myself and jumped the doubles that I could, and everything went fine.
Boy, you must have really been working out there. You're legitimately steaming out here in this Tampa night air. You must have really been working tough to get by those guys. I know you could hear the crowd coming up from behind. You must have known Bradshaw was closing in on you.
I wasn't too worried about Bradshaw. I didn't really know where he was. I seen him on the side of the ground, and I knew that I was in front of him, and that's all that counts.
Coming up next on ESPN, the 250cc main event.